So hi, welcome to the Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
Tommy.
And Evan from Broken Vow.
And we're going to ask them some questions today about their new EP, Sane Minds End. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
It's been amazing. I mean, it definitely, you're always worried when something comes out that it's like, it's going to fall flat or it's not going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And because whenever you put something out there, it's like a really scary, it becomes from your thing and it's like everyone's thing. And I think from what I've seen so far, people like it probably more than the last one. So that's cool.
Right, that's good.
Nothing but positive thoughts in my mind about that. So
hell yeah.
We had our release show the other day, and that was one of the best show experiences I've had in a long time, maybe my entire time in hardcore. That was one of my favorite shows I've been to. Our set was great, but more importantly, so was the entire night. It was great energy all around, and it was nice feeling like the EP that we put out kind of contributed to that environment.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw videos from that show. Fucking looked insane. I couldn't make it, but I saw the videos.
Word. Thank you.
So is there any meaning behind the EP name or cover art?
So for the EP name, it's Sane Minds End is just a lyric from track 4, Your Fate. And we were like scrambling for something last minute. And in that kind of scramble, I popped up with Sane Minds End, and I just kept like thinking of it over and over again. And I was like, this could be applied more broadly because it has a very like specific, like personal meaning in the song. But when you like apply it to the rest of the lyrical content, I won't go into too much depth, but it's just that it connects in lots of little places that I thought was really cool. And having like one lyric that kind of speaks for the whole record is always really cool for me. So I wanted to do that.
Okay.
Sure. And the album art.
So I'm sure there's some meaning behind the album art, but I think we're probably the wrong people to ask because
Okay.
we the artist Kyle Nyland, we basically just sent him the EP and the lyrics and we're like, go. And he just got back to us with the art and we were like, this is dope, let's use it. So if you want to ring Kyle real quick, but
it's all good.
But,
It's all good, yeah.
No, he does great job. He does great work. Sorry. And he's done really good jobs with like other bands that we really look up to. So it was an honor to have him on the album art for sure. And I think he did a great job.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I think he killed it. I love the album art. I just have no clue what the meaning behind it is.
Yeah, man, me neither. So.
Wow.
Fair
All right,
enough.
that's fair. That's fair.
So can you tell us a little about your writing process for this EP?
So I'll take that because Evan wasn't in the band yet. But it was very like fragmented, and I think the track 1 we wrote in like August of 2020, like a few weeks after I went back to college, and then the last track we wrote like a month before we recorded in February. So it was very much like it was spread out over time, and it was working around everyone's kind of like busy lives at that moment. Because like 3 of us were in college and the other 2 were working full-time jobs. So it's like we had to take those little like pockets of time where we could get it and be like, okay, we need to write a song, like a whole song right now, and we're not gonna until we have a song. Perfect. You know what I mean? So and so it was very like these like little frantic moments spaced out over like months. And I think you can hear that in the record. And I think that for what it's worth, like that process made a good product in my opinion, but I think our songwriting process has changed a lot since then, and it's probably for the better.
Okay.
So
Sure. All right. So I want you to tell us your favorite lyric off this EP and the meaning behind it.
Evan, you go first. Stroke my ego.
This is actually really funny because we kind of have this running joke as like a larger friend group where we'll just quote lyrics from songs that we like very frequently, like where they don't really fit. And a lot of the times our friends will quote Tommy's lyrics to me, and it's really funny because I don't even know many of our lyrics.
Oh.
I think Tommy, I've been a fan of Broken Vow for way longer than I've been in the band. And I'll maybe a hot take here, but I think Tommy's one of the best lyricists in hardcore. However, I can't list them off the top of my head. If y'all want to give me like 5 minutes to look at the Bandcamp real quick, I can let Tommy go first.
I think, that's hard because it's like, obviously it's mine. But I think the lyric, the fearmongers never keep their promises is, I just, it's not brilliant, but I like it a lot just because it's like catchy and it speaks to like what I want to be like a bigger theme in Broken Vow, and it got introduced on this EP. So fearmongers never keep their promises. That's my pick for sure. But
All right.
Looking at them now, I think I really like, I just needed to be reminded. I really like a gun to the head of executives whose success comes with their sin. I think that our most like poignant lyrical themes are the ones where Tommy really channels like the rage of kind of what our generation has been given from generations past. And I think he does a really good job, especially on that song Poison Pedaling, of representing kind of like a generational anger that, I think he does it really well.
And
Awesome.
for that song Poison Pedaling, that was actually like entirely just like, I was angry, so I wrote about something I was angry about, and there was like no editing for that song, and I was like, let me just do like this visceral like first reaction to, not first reaction, but like this capture this moment where I like had this unbridled rage and not try to like dilute it or like sweeten the pill or anything, and be like, this is like how I feel, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Unfiltered. It's good.
All right.
that's such a good word, and I should have used it.
That's okay.
Our wonderful lyricist here.
Yeah. It's literally my job to know words. So
You're doing great. It's
You're
fine.
doing
It's
great.
fine.
So where was your headspace at while you guys were writing this EP?
I think much like the writing process, it was just like all over the place. Cause like, I mean, a lot of them were written around like when we were a lot of our first years of college and a lot of like finals weeks, and kind of all of us then and now are, young adults and like on the either on the fringe of adulthood or kind of in the uncertain stages of it. And I think just because of extenuating circumstances outside of writing the music, of course, when we were in there, all thoughts were away, but our headspace was very much like, oh my gosh, like I'm at this crossroads in my life. And I bet that did contribute more than I will give it credit for. But it's I don't know. It's always been scary to be like a young or like new adult, and with like the state of like the kind of like existential state of the world right now, it makes it even scarier. So I think there's just like a lot of weird fear and a lot of uncertainty. So
Yeah. Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this EP for the first time? Should they play it in the car with friends, in the dark with headphones on? Should they blast at a party? What do you guys personally recommend?
I always send them the Bandcamp link because that's where it's easiest to access lyrics. And like I said, I think one of the strongest, if not the strongest point of Broken Vow is kind of like, not just like how the songs sound, but like what they're saying, the lore around like who's in the band and what this band has been through and what we continue to do with every single show. So I would encourage them to either read it on Bandcamp or to come out to a show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fully 100% agree. Couldn't have said it better myself. So.
Oh. All right.
Thanks,
Okay.
Dan.
Perfect.
So this question should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less. Both you have to do it.
Evan first.
Crazy.
Good start. Good start.
Fast.
Okay.
And heavy.
Perfect.
Okay.
You got
Sorry?
one more, bro. Wait.
No, that
Did
was
you?
3.
No, that was
Oh,
three.
that was 3. I didn't hear the second one of that. Did you say angry?
No.
Okay, angry.
Okay.
Desperate.
Mm.
And sad.
Good.
It's perfect.
So-
That's-
It's very cinematic. I'll throw in
Ooh.
movie.
We're getting bonus words now.
Okay.
It's like a
Okay.
movie, man.
It's like a movie. All right. Yeah, perfect. All right. So is there a certain feeling or emotion you want this EP to invoke in your listeners?
I mean, I'm very like direct with like whatever you can get out of Broken Vow, like that's good. You know what I mean? I mean, as long as it's like a generally positive thing, whatever Broken Vow means to you is what Broken Vow is. So, but it's harder for me to like zero in on like for that reason, it's hard for me to zero in on like one thing that I want people to get out of it. So
I think kind of just building off that, I think hardcore in general, we kind of see polar opposites in terms of like tone when it comes to how lyricists approach writing their lyrics. Like bands like Have Heart had this very like inspiring, like, you can do it, I believe in you, like, let me give you the tools you need to like fix whatever it is that needs to be fixed, versus bands like Peace Test, I'm wearing their shirt right now, are very much like, we're going to really be negative and outline the problems that are in front of you and get you angry enough to do something about them. And I think Tommy does a little bit of both. I think Tommy does, I don't want to use the word complain, he does bring up heavy issues, and he also provides a solution sometimes. But I think the general idea of where the lyrics of Broken Vow, at least where I feel they should be taken, and I'm not the lyricist, so take that for what you will, but is that it's just supposed to spark change. If somebody changes their beliefs on something, or if our band inspires them to like make a change in their life, whether that be personal stuff or things outside of their personal sphere, like I think that means more to us as a band than anything regarding like coming out to shows or streams or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, every like person at the show and every stream is like an opportunity to positively impact someone's life more than it's like, you know, a half of a cent that we get. So
yeah.
All right.
Half of a cent.
That's generous. Yeah.
It's not good.
So picture this: you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
Purple Doritos.
Purple Doritos. Ooh. Churro Bugles.
I saw a tweet like 5 minutes ago that said like purple Doritos are better than like a home cooked meal, and I think I might agree.
Oh my god.
I think that's right. Yeah, those fucking Doritos are pretty good.
And
There's,
then go ahead, Tommy.
There's in the Sheets, which is in like I don't even know what part of the US you call that. It's like the South Mid-Atlantic seaboard. Yeah. And they have these like tiny little like they're like Uncrustables, but they're like off-brand. And I threw back like 4 or 5 of those like in a row on the last tour I was on. So it was like those are dangerous, and like I shouldn't be led around them. For drinks,
Tommy and I are both big fans of like the canned yerba mate or whatever. I was talking about this with a friend last night. It is really weird that those are like especially popular within hardcore. I just wanted to point that out because like people talk about them within our little circle more than like any other part of like my life. So I find that interesting.
Yeah. I think I hear pop punk kids talk about it a lot as well. Like I remember the first time I like tried one, it was by someone who was like true blue, like pop punk, like Man Overboard gun t-shirt.
One of those people. Okay.
So those, I think they're like the official beverage of alternative music or something. I don't know. It's cool.
Interesting.
If only Warped Tour was still around for them to sponsor.
Oh. I've interviewed like 600 people and I haven't heard of it. What is that drink? I feel like I'm out of the loop.
It's so there's this traditionally South American drink called yerba mate, and essentially it's like just that, but like in a can, but then also with a ton of sugar and like flavors and garbage that makes it really good.
Okay.
So,
right.
And it has a ton of caffeine. So like,
there you go.
Yeah, if you like need to like stay up and like study for a final or like get through like the night leg of a road trip, like just like 4 or 5 of those just across the span of like 5 or 6 hours will do you well. So
wow. All right. All right. That makes sense now. So on the topic of food, if the band was a dish, what dish would the band be?
I don't even know where to like begin with that.
That's such a good question. I feel like I could give each bandmate, but I don't think I could give something for the whole band.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, what Broken Vow stands for, like, translate into in the food verse? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, my immediate instinct is to just say Impossible Whopper, but
Pretty fucking good.
here's like, yeah, there's like, we're about to go on a tour in like less than a month, and I made a joke to Tommy the other day about how probably the only thing I'm going to eat for that entire month is going to be like purple Doritos, Impossible Whoppers, and Taco Bell.
yeah.
So I
Oh my
guess
God.
like that as one whole meal would be a good answer, but
The
yeah.
Burger King Taco Bell like crossover order, where like the contents of like a taco in like a hamburger bun or
That
something.
makes me sick.
I
Yeah.
pray for your toilet.
I pray for whatever gas station you guys have to stop at. Holy
real.
shit.
Yeah,
God,
they're not
dude.
letting us get any of those snacks we just mentioned for
No.
sure.
No, you're fine.
So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
I'm gonna go my mom. So we're not a vegan band, but
What?
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna wait.
let me. I started a thought and then started another thought. Okay.
Okay.
We're not a vegan band, but Tommy and I are both vegan, just for
Yeah.
context.
Okay.
But my mom makes like when I went vegan, she used to make, or before I went vegan, she made spaghetti and meatballs that were really good.
Mm.
And she was just like, "Oh, you're vegan now. I'm just gonna try like swapping a couple things in the recipe and making it vegan." And it is the best meal I've ever had. Shout out,
Aw.
Mom, spaghetti and meatballs. I'd have that, but also like, but for dessert, I'd have like brownie sundae something. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how you
And
wash
your
it
drink.
down?
Yeah.
What's
My
your drink?
drink, yerba mate.
All right. I saw that coming.
All right.
I think for me it's got to be like the largest plate of like falafel and hummus that you could imagine.
Yeah.
And then like a cup, like a stack like this high of pita bread.
Mhm.
And then I love just water. Like I love drinking water, and like I need it so bad. So I just have like a huge like glass of water on the side as well. So
Yo, speaking of which, you left your water bottle at my house like 2 weeks ago.
oh wait, really? Dude,
Yeah,
I told my dad yesterday, I was like, I have no idea where that is, and I'm so sad.
Oh.
Well, it's been found now.
I'll
That's
give it
so
to you.
sick. Yeah, I'll see you. Just either that or just bring it to Cali. So
Okay.
Anyways.
So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Harry Potter.
What house are you?
I don't know.
Come on.
This looks so cool.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm in like the school, right? Hogwarts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, you're a Gryffindor.
Dude, I do think I took the test at one point.
Hmm.
I think it was Slytherin. I think it might have been.
You
That's
were
interesting.
Here's
I'm
the
a
thing.
bad person.
How long ago did you
Like-
take that test? How long ago did you take that test?
Oh, dude, I was like 11 or
Oh,
something.
well, there you go. You're choosing like the evil answers, you know?
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
I'm an evil
I'm-
person. So.
I'm also choosing a place from like a book and movie that I haven't read or seen, but it also just looks dope. So I'll choose Narnia.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a
Shout
good
out
one.
Narnia.
All right.
Mhm.
Dude, I have this huge, like, my dad used to read me a ton of like fantasy books when I was young. So I've had The Hobbit read to me like 7 times before I was even
Mhm.
7 years old.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And we have this like giant volume of like every Narnia book, and I've been
Yeah.
meaning to crack it open, and maybe this is my motivation.
This
So
is
Yeah.
your calling right here.
You got to do it after this.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
have to.
Horrible
Uh,
things will happen if I don't.
Hmm.
So I've asked the last question, and every single person we've spoken to has said that it is the most important question.
Okay.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
Purple.
Specific shade of both of those.
This green. This exact green right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All right. All right.
okay.
So, yeah. I've been a big fan of, when I was little. Oh,
Ooh.
And
It's
that's purple.
Ooh. That's a nice
It's like
purple.
It's
like a dark.
royal
Like a-
purple.
Hmm.
I got my nails. So.
Oh,
Nice.
oh, you match. That's so cool. I love that.
All
I
right.
think when I was like a little kid, I like first learned like what traffic lights are,
Mhm.
and my mom was like, "Green means go," and I was like, "That's my favorite color." Like,
Okay. I mean, valid
like I
answer.
remember that being my like deciding process. That I was like, "Yeah, that's the one." Like I loved
That's
it. So
Tommy's grind set formed at an early age.
Oh my god. That's
So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you guys would like to plug?
buy our record, please. It's a Numerality Zine and Sunday Drive Records on either of their web stores. You can find it. Broken Vow HC on all social media platforms, and we're doing 2 tours in January. One of them goes down the East Coast, and another one goes around the Midwest. If you're from any of those places, come out and watch us. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
awesome.
Well, thank you for now. This, guys, has been Broken Vow, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.